Okay, quick video of twin turbo build. Let's take a look. Okay, what we got is a HE351 bolted to the flip manifold as the secondary. The primary, I have an S400 base turbo. This one has 83 mil wheel and 1.1 exhaust turbine housing. As you can see, we have a 90-degree hot pipe. That was the toughest part, is to get that lined up and still have clearance to run a downpipe and have that, you know, in line. I actually couldn't get a 5-inch in there and have enough clearance without melting the firewall, so I put an 1.5-inch body lift in it, and that'll give me enough clearance to be able to run a 5-inch. And I think I'm gonna do 5-inch right around the transfer case, so that in the future I can run 5-inch all the way to the tailpipe. There's the body lift, steel pucks. I don't like plastic stuff, and I couldn't find any aluminum at the time. It doesn't make it that much taller, so that's kind of what I'm going for. I don't want a big truck. For the intercooler, I have an O2 Power Stroke intercooler, and trimmed it out here. The factory AC condenser coil usually sits on the outside. I'm going to put it on the inside and put the intercooler out front for two reasons. I think it'll fit better, and it'll look good behind the grill. The factory intercooler mounts were here and here. I don't know if I have any pieces left over. I cut them off because I'm not going to need them. There was also this piece for there's a support that goes here that was welded there. Don't need that anymore either. It's for the Valiants too. The factory condenser coil here, I trimmed it, and then I drilled bolt holes here, and then I found some rubber grommets to mount it. It is going to touch the back of the rad support, which isn't ideal, but I'm going to put foam tape on the back to stop any sort of wear or vibration issues, and notch that sucker for the coil and the intercooler. It's going to get a 3rd gen intake horn on it, and a positive air shut off put in. And then I'll build pipes, 3.5 exhaust tubing to the intercooler, and then run a reducer boot at the intercooler and at the intake there. Turbo drains, that's what I'm doing today. That's going to be the big issue. The S400 has pipe thread fittings on each side for the feed and the oil drains. With my mount, I have the turbo supported by both the flange as well as the body. I used, you can see, I used a piece of angle in there, and then I used a gasket so that it actually seals to the angle plate, and then I've welded a bung for pipe thread fitting in here, and I have a flexible pipe thread hose here, 3/4 inch hose. It's going to go down, and I'm going to tap the pan. Not ideal. Apparently the newer trucks have a port you can, a frost plug you can drill out. I'm going to use a JIC fitting, bulkhead JIC fitting, and then I'm going to go from JIC. It does a 90 there. I'm going to go straight, and then adapter to pipe thread so that I can hook up that hose. I did a lot of searching to try to figure out what I'm going to do here. I don't really make a big bulkhead fitting, so I just kind of got lucky at the Princess Auto store. But I'm gonna do, there's the bulkhead fitting. I found some aluminum washers, drilled them out, and I'm gonna run O-rings. So, I'd like to run like a gasket or something, but I don't really want to make one. I think the O-rings will seal fine. That's gonna go like that. I'm gonna run a little O-ring. It should seal the pan on each side, and I'm gonna put an extra one on there just for shits and giggles, like that. And then go through the pan, washer, 2 O-rings on that side, and obviously then the nut. Now, from my research, people tell me you can't get the pan out with the cross member there, so I'm going to grease the drill bit. I'm going to drill the hole, and then I'm going to drain the oil, and then I'm going to take the pan off, all the bolts off, and I'm just going to drop it down so that I can access, hopefully, I haven't done it yet, put my hand in the pan and tighten the bulkhead fitting up. I'm hoping that the cross member has enough, room in there that I can just drop it down, 8 inches, and I'll break my wrist and get it in there, I guess. What else here? Pipes to the intercooler. Before I had the wastegate tacked. I'm going to run the wastegate this time to help with drive pressures and stuff. The way it works, to use the factory setup, it puts my outlet pipe here not in the best spot, but with the body lift, it's going to have clearance fine. And it had clearance before. It was, about ½ an inch away, which it may be too warm for that. But yeah, I'm just going to use exhaust tubing, 90 in. What else? There's my charge pipe. This is the second one. The first one looked really good, looked better than this one, and I tried to grind it smooth and make it absolutely perfect, and then I ended up chasing leaks. So I got frustrated and threw it in the scrap bin and started over. I had a hard time getting it perfectly smooth, but it's I think it's going to be good enough. And that's it. I'm running 5x18 SDX injectors. I'm going to think somewhere around 70 psi boosts. And I haven't done my leaking head gasket yet. You can see there's the sign. I've retorqued the head, and I have actually been running this head gasket for about 6 months with the single on it, and it hadn't been leaking. When the head comes off, it's going to get ported, polished, valve grind, and O-ringed. Other than that, that's it. There's twin turbos on the Cummins.